Greetings and welcome to Factorio. I'm Dgray, and today we continue our entry level to Megabase, where we are exactly where we left off in the base, with robots doing a ton of things and our research speed going. So in today's episode, I have a few things I very much want to get done. One of them is, as we saw last episode, us expanding out our robot grid to cover pretty much all the areas, so we don't run into the issues we had a few times now, with robots getting stuck over the water and can't really continue. So what I want to do this episode, at least for a start, is get this little stone patch set up with a landfill construction over here. I know we have one right here, but I want one next to this patch and maybe next to this one here, so we always have enough landfill being produced. So right now we are pretty much at a point where we can continue out our roboports and connect it to our entire network over here. So that's just what I'm going to do first. Hook that up, get robots to continue expanding out this way. Luckily, it is not that hard to do. The ones down here is still a bit off. That is going to connect in a minute. And then we should at least get our entire water area covered. So we'll also expand up solar this way, mostly just to get things connected up on this side of the lake, since that is quite important to get that done. Of course, as always, that will tax our robots a bit, but I am completely fine with that, since it is very much necessary to grab both the oil here, all the iron, all the coal and the stone. So I think that would be quite good. In terms of what we're missing, we're looking quite good right now. The base is getting what it needs. Might want to upgrade these a bit, since the water is not really keeping up. So what if we do this and upgrade these with fast inserters or stack inserters? That should help a bit on our water situation. And let's do the same up here. Right here is where we have some water as well. There we are. That should increase the speed quite a bit. So one other thing we'll have to look at is our oil down here. It is filling up somewhat, but we're still lacking all the barrels getting down here. I'm debating if I want to put in a buffer chest and transport them down here, or just add pretty much this to it. It could just be, what's it called? Something, but the barrels aren't going in fast enough. So we might just need some speed as well to increase this. But I'm thinking I'm just going to add one more of these onto the side, since we have quite a lot of oil here. And then we want to add some modules to it. I haven't quite tested how to do it by air, because I kind of want to do, for example, put this one down and put this in and sell it to, what's it called, a barrel oil. Then I kind of wanted to be able to do this and just get our modules flown in, but we can't do that. So we'll have to stop it and get the robots to fly it in. And that will take a little while. So if you know another way of doing it, other than running all the way down here, please tell. But for now, let's just deconstruct it and place down the new one. Because that is one way I know of fixing this little issue. Or am I? Oh, I had the wrong one. Oh, 2 sec. Let's see if I can do this. Please stop. Let's change it to, of course, to barrel oil. I don't think that's going to change anything in terms of what it can do. I think we have tested it quite a few times. Yeah, no way of getting it to put anything in here when there's no modules in it. Hopefully the devs will change that at some point, or you guys can tell me how I can do it, because it is a bit annoying. So for now, let's just stop this one and put this one in. Then we should be able to do it. There we are. oil. Don't know why it looks like there's a massive barrel here, but that's the way it is right now. So hopefully this will work. Let's pick this one up. Let's just wait for the robots to deliver it. And we have quite a few idling now because our base is actually running quite smooth. So let's continue out with this for now. Not the most exciting thing, but it's most definitely something we'll have to get done. The power should be connecting up this way around. That means this one is in range. So let's just add a cell to make landfill. We can just add it over here. Luckily, if we see right here, if we just place down these, fit here and you'll fit in right there, then we should be able to just copy this little setup here over to the opposite side and just run with the same. I'm not going to add what's it called productivity modules to it yet, or speed modules, because I think that would be a bit of a waste of resources as is, but just doing this should give us some kind of production. So let's landfill in right here as well, just a small amount, because we'll have to it goes around that way, so we can actually remove these without cutting power. Is that correct? Seems so. Can't cut this one. That would ruin the power, but we can stay with that. So did I put it in here? We do have beacon ones. But we can do this one instead just to get things running. Let's see. Here and here. That should give us at least some stone out. So let's see if we can get our little things up and running so we can get all the landfill we need. The only thing we really need right now is just to get this to work. That should get transported in by our robots. And other than that, we just need to hook up the rest around the base. And then we should have a bit more landfill being made. That is actually quite important. There we are. Hopefully that will add in the rest. So this is being built as well. Let's just expand out a few more solar cells and then get on with today's episode a bit more than we are already. So it fits in right here. Here we are. And that is looking quite good. So I kind of want to get all the way up here, like I said before, just so we can get some kind of grids touching each other and not have our robots trying to get around the place without being able to. So there we are, right here and there, and then we're actually getting quite good down this path. While this is going, that's completely fine. Let's just expand out our little area here. That should cover most of what we need. Actually, if we do, yeah, right, I think it should be good. The rest over there. Cover the rest of this. Oh, hopefully I got that. Maybe not. And oh, just one there for some coverage. So yeah, that is working. This is built. It's starting to request items, and we're gonna get a lot of landfill made. This is slowly starting. Would probably like to get a few beacons to speed it up, but yeah, for now let's just let it run like this. So right now things are actually slowing down in our base. We don't have that many robots going, and that's because we're not really requesting any items. So that should mean that we should start to use a few more modules, since that is pretty much what our main drain is at the moment, together with solar panels. So I was looking at this in between episodes and I noticed that our iron is not keeping up. So let's increase this to a bit more. Maybe 3k, it doesn't really matter. We'll just have a bit of storage here. And hopefully this means that we'll have enough to supply for everything that needs it. So this is all running. We are producing a surplus of everything. So in terms of science as well, things are going quite good. That pretty much means let's go over and set up the last of the speed beacons. We also need to increase our throughput on our smelters. That's another thing we need to do. And we should probably go for on Mark or Power Armor Mark something. What is it? Mark 2 it's called. After we're done with the speed. That would be very, very good. So that also means we'll have to get a setup of efficiency modules up and running. To be honest, we could add speed to all of this just to increase it a bit. We're using speed up here. This is a bit slow in terms of constructing things. Let's just spend quite a bit of resources doing this. And get that running and then upgrade our beacons. This is pretty much just so we can have the throughput we need in the future. And we should get, oh, there we go, the rest is gonna come in here. There we are. That's gonna increase the speed of these to new heights and start to request a bit more from our network. So as we can see, if we just look at, as I said, 1 minute production, 1k, consuming 1.2. So hopefully that means that this will start again, since right now it's because things are full, I hope. Yeah, some of them are full, that's why it's not running at full speed. So that is good to see. Let's get the rest of the beacons down here to get fully beaconed labs. Let's do the same up here for now. Oh, that's completely misplaced. To here at least. And then do... There we are. Should we put in the last one? It covers 3. I think that justifies it getting the upgrade. And then our speed should be a lot better. And I'm really looking forward to getting faster robots. That is always nice. But look at this. It's working as intended. We can do a copy paste down here to get a second row. I think that could be quite good. So what if we do this and just expand it down like that? That should mean that these in the middle will be used ×2. So let's just expand this out. The only thing I might wait with is these, because I kind of want to utilize this fully this way. Hopefully robots are bringing in the things we need, but that is fine. One thing I also want to look at is this. You know the ratio we did? The ratio for all this, it actually works. The only thing that should be backing up as it is right now, if everything is working, is our low density structure, and that is producing a small amount of production more than we need, but in theory it should only be a small amount. So the rest is just working very, very well. And that should pretty much give us a rocket launch in a little while. So still extremely pleased with this setup. There's not anything I want to change about it as is right now, because it's just, yeah. You guys probably can see a ton of faults. I just see my baby that I love very, very much. So we could, to increase the speed actually, upgrade these to the next tier. That might actually be fine to do. Let's just give these a small upgrade. Could probably have done it with the robots. Pretty much just telling them to go from, oh, not you, of course, take you away. Actually take this one and just say, please upgrade these. might ruin the ratio a bit. No, because this should be fine, faster, so it should not be bad in any way, shape or form. So here, another rocket launch. We have completely automated all the science. That is, I know it's a few episodes ago, but I'm still enjoying watching rocket launches. There goes the satellite. The rocket is ready. And there it goes. Oh, that is brilliant. Bye bye, little rocket. Give us some more science to be used to give us speed in the rocket that, or in the worker robots. God, I'm loving this. Should we add productivity now that we are here as well? Just to see how it will work at full speed. I think that would be a very, very wise decision. So let's start by adding it in these as we did before. Luckily it doesn't require that many more, but then we have the entire setup we need for the future. Ready? Don't think this one needs, oh, it can't get productivity anyway, so it's fine, it doesn't get any. But yeah, then we can get this to run a bit faster. While I wait for the system to be last things be flown in, let's just check our construction over here. Might want to switch this around for now to get double input of what we need, since we're not... Oh, I actually didn't notice that. We can actually just do this, and then in the future, if we want to, they will actually just take up a room of... that's actually not a bad idea. I think I did something rather brilliant, if I say so myself. Because that means that we can just keep them like this, and they are extremely easy to upgrade to beacon builds. That is actually rather good, guys. That is way better than I had expected. Can we clear the connection from here? We should be able to remove this part without breaking the system. We still have power going around this way. We still have power coming from down here up that way or across our little land bridge. So that means we can put in these a bit better. So pretty much just stealing this part and adding it in right here. Or wherever it is fits, or wherever it fits in. So right here, right there, and could add some there, but we can just leave it. So something like that. That should give us a lot more stone. That should increase... Oh, did I cut power? Oh, this is not connected, this little land bridge. Let's just get that in to get things running again. Because yeah, we did disconnect a bit too much now, but luckily we are just that off. So can we continue down this path as well and connect up everything we want? Because now we're getting close to our solar panels. That is brilliant. Look at that, how nicely, like, I love when things you build so far apart just connects up. It is one of the things I enjoy most about doing grid-based builds. Is the ability to just stamp things down. You don't have to worry about how things hook up because you know it just will, since we've made it that way. Oh, that is brilliant. Let's fill out the rest of these. Let's just get more power. I can't see anything bad about that. So this is all filling in. Up here as well. Please continue to just expand out words. And that will still give us some over here. So now at least we have some coverage across, meaning that our robots won't completely die when it happens. There goes the power. That hooks all of this up again. Activates all of our things. And our power is actually still looking very good. Then again, we are at 3 gigawatts of power. That is looking good. And we have 51k solar panels. So yeah, that is brilliant. Should we hook up some of this as well? Just to get a bit more of this land bridge going. Please continue this way. That would make me very happy. Just until we hit the fog of war. Oh yes, I got it down out there. That's gonna give us a ton of coverage. And activate pretty much all of our, or a lot of our construction robots. But that is fine now, because we're gonna have this all hooked up and don't have to worry about things. So that is brilliant. This one, already at 13% again. Not bad at all. Let's hook up the rest of these so we don't produce a surplus, because we don't have everything at the same amount of productivity in all of them. So there we are. That's almost fully productivityed. And this doesn't matter. I don't care about that, because we don't need to output that much. But now this is just working exactly as intended, saving us a ton of speed modules in the long run and other things. So very pleased with this, actually extremely pleased with that. And now things are moving along nicely. This has been beaconed. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing utility. Oh yeah, utility science. I had completely forgotten we hadn't set it up down here yet. That was a mistake on my part. So let's just get that fixed. There we go. And let's give ourselves some fully productivity this. There we are. Might want to get some beacons in as well. I think it's about time. Let's start with this part. Here is some speed for you, so we don't wait for all the things to be made. And then we'll see whatever is lacking to get this running at an even better speed. Should we increase how much to put in? I think it might be fine like this. Let's copy the settings over a few times. There we are. That will give us more production. Hopefully a lot more utility science. Processing units is still stacking up. Oh, that's a lot of productivity modules. Is that because we are storing 50 in each one? Has that been one of the massive drains we have? Yeah, it is because these are filled with 50. So that is one of the reasons why we had such a big drain a few episodes ago. So look at this, much smoother now that I actually have places to charge. So that is very nice. How is our oil going? We actually have a surplus now. That is perfect. Barrels are actually getting down here at a nice speed. It's filling extremely fastly. Extremely fast. So the base is looking better than ever. That is about all I can say to it. And let's just get the rest of this stamped down so we have our entire solar grid filled to the brim with power. And of course, the base will need to work quite a bit to produce all these solar panels. But that is pretty much the entire plan. Let's continue down this way as well. Because what I want to do is make it so we can pretty much just expand out all the corners. So instead of doing like one row here, like 7 at a time, 6 at a time, and then waiting, we can pretty much just go around the entire corner and expand out huge area at a time and still keep the logistic or the robot coverage. That is at least the plan. So let's continue up this way as well. And then wait for this land bridge to get done. And landfill is being produced at, let's see, hopefully a bit bit quicker than it were before. Let's see, land. Robot speed, they got a ton faster. Yes, love it. Love it, love it, love it. 2.3K from, let's see here, what we had before about that jumps up to a few, pretty much doubling production. So now we'll just kind of leave it at this and get the rest filled in. So now that we have this done, we have our land bridge getting filled. We'll just have to put in the rest right here. All the way across to make sure we have enough to cover it all. Then we should be at a very, very good point in this base. Because I'm glad I got this lake covered. That has been a bit annoying for quite a while now. And it does look like we are able to get everything put down. Yeah, we'll just need the robots to get done moving things. And let's just hook it up right here as well. There we are. So worker speed has been increased. That should save us some robots in the long run. We do have more, about to say more than enough power. We do have enough power to last us through the night for now. So let's just get what we talked about. We need this one to go into right here. So that means we'll need the military, jumping into military 4, jumping into power armor. Luckily, that shouldn't take that long to make. That is correct. So let's just set up an efficiency, what's called, one as well. So blueprint you, please. Let's remove or request the chess. Create the blueprint, place it down right here. Give it a bit of time to move all the things in. Oh wait, let's do one thing. I kind of want to skip all the speed in the efficiency ones. Since they are not really needed there. So where did it go? There we are. Please remove modules and then we'll do it again. Because then we can place it down without having to worry about all of that jazz. And you can go away. So how fast is this working? Enough to get a surplus? Maybe, maybe not. But yeah, I'm loving the way the factory is working right now. How much sign per minute do we have? I'm guessing not that much if we just look at our space signs. Let's see, where's space? Space. More than 10 minutes ago since we made a launch. Am I just completely blind? Yeah, so we're at 16 per minute. Let's do this if we can find it again. We can't. So yeah, we are a bit off, but just crafting a few of these, giving them beacons will increase the, what's it called, speed by a whole lot. So all of this is getting put in all the way around the base. Let's just expand it further north as the last thing this episode. And the next episode, I'm quite sure we'll make a new power armor just to increase the speed we can move at around the base. Ooh, that's going to be a bit annoying. Hopefully we can fix that ourselves in the future. But right now, let's just get you down. There we are. And robots. Luckily, we have a ton of scanning going on, so it's actually not that bad. And there, just to get the roboports down. Let's continue over this way, just to fill in things. And there we go. That was the Power Armor Mark II, pretty much marking the end of the episode. Or almost the end of the episode. I want to see if we can't fix this before we end. We just need our little robots to fly it in. And while that is going on, we could research or fusion reactor. Look how cheap this looks now that we have all the things hooked up. Could also get some more speed in the labs. Yeah, that is gonna be good. And productivity in the miners. So let's just do this. Where is it at? Let's just do one of them. Do here. Or actually do 3 of them. So we can just hook them up to 1, 2, and 3. Do our request a chest, request a chest, request a chest. And then we can actually request in what we need. That should be fine. We don't need to stack any more than that. And then we can just copy paste it a bit around. Here's the one. Hopefully I don't do anything wrong while doing this. But it should work as that. Another one right there. And then we have the 2s. Let's see, copy this one down. Oh, let's copy this down here as the last thing. Then we are pretty much at the end of the episode, and then I will see you in the next one. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you'll give me a like and subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys.